experiences. So that's me. You can read a bit more about me on my blog if you like. A bit of my adventures are there. So if we can just go on to the next one. Right, that's me as well in several funny situations. So I just want to clarify, since we're talking about sexual conversation and physical escalation today, right? Lots of people have talked about physical escalations. That's been dealt with up the bazooka, I would say. I rather want to talk about the combination of both. Actually painting a congruent picture, you know, actually also feeling congruent, being yourself, like in full effect, not being Mr. Pickup Man who has to fire the claw after 15 seconds and pull the girl in and then push her back because that's what the book of whatever says. No, it's actually about discovering what you know, actually can bring out of yourself in that area. And see, I'm very physical, as you can see. I get grabbed if I overdo it from time to time. So that girl was really strong, by the way. She was Frisian. It's like, that actually hurt. Okay, some pity, some awe, or something like that. Thank you, thank you. It feels much better already. But she was really cute, like blonde, blue eyes. Unfortunately, at the end of the night, after I tried to kiss her roughly 4 times, after the 4th time, she never ran away, right? After the first, she's like, hey, you know, I'm kind of engaged. I'm like, oh, fuck, you're 21 years old! You know, why are you engaged? But anyways, what I just want to say is, you sort of progress it in the interaction. You meet somebody who you've never spoken to before, like, hello, cute stranger. And at some point, you know, you obviously want to end up somewhere else and not talking in the bar to each other anymore, but you actually, hopefully, want to get naked and have lots of fun and also maybe spend time on the mini golf course together or read a book or go horse riding and do all these other funny things, but you need to progress. You can't just get stuck in that bar situation, right? And at some point, you obviously didn't talk to that girl because you want to, you know, found a book club with her. At some point, you need to get physical. Right? And you don't get physical while talking about the book club. That doesn't really function, because it doesn't work, right? You want to paint a congruent picture, you want to progress both physically and in the interaction, so interact intellectually with your words. So, and generally a pickup has these type of elements which you have up there. You have your opening, your attraction, qualification, your comfort, and your seduction. That's basically some classic phases. In natural game, it goes a bit up and down and all over the place. But any pickup, you know, most likely will include most of these elements. And will take time. And usually you're going to have to progress over time. You're going to say hello, you know, and you're going to say, ah, that was cute, come here. It's going to be a bit playful. Oh, no, you can't do this, go away. It's all very playful, you know. But at some point you go from playful to seductive. That's when you get your eye contact out. Like I'm looking at his eyes right now. It's like I'm not going to leave them. I'm just going to like stare at him, draw him in. He's so cute. So but anyways, you do need to progress this, right? You do need to go forward, and that's basically what I want to say. When you're going to start this, does anybody have ideas? It's been dealt with multiple times. Obviously right in the beginning. Yeah. You don't have to, you know, fully embrace it. It's just like you can touch your elbow. It doesn't matter, but you need to touch, because otherwise it's going to be weird when all of a sudden it's like, hey, now I'm going to pull you in. I've never touched you before. We haven't even shaken hands, but hey, come here, you know. That's weird. So don't do that. I mean, everybody probably, hopefully knows this. Don't do that. You know, make it something natural. Make it something natural, but then amp it up over time while you amp up the interaction as well. Paint a congruent picture. Right. So this is really weird. This is kind of scientific. It comes back to my work. It's the kind of stuff I do for a living, make these funky slides. When you do indirect or structured game, like the mystery method or the method that love systems teach, it's basically an interaction that progresses almost linearly. It doesn't really progress linearly, but it comes very close to that, right? So your touching is going to go from introductory to seductive, as I've shown on the other page as well. Well, when you are indirectly busy, it can be all over the place. I mean, some people, I've started talking to girls in a nightclub, girl was dancing like she was a stripper, and I just went up to her like, you're dancing, I mean, it's sexy as fuck. I mean, somebody just has to tell you. Obviously, then you're not that introductory anymore, right from the beginning. And obviously that takes a little bit of a good smile and good eye contact and a good feeling inside you to bring that over, because otherwise it's just going to be weird, like, huh? What? This guy talks like he gets it, but I don't feel that he gets it, right? Whatever you feel, that's what she's going to feel as well, so you've got to be getting it. Right, we have a general structure in both though, and when you look at less structured game, like you have that blue line where people play their natural way of gaming, but still their conversation and their physical escalation is going to go slightly linear by time, right? You have people that just go in super hard, right? Then it becomes more of a numbers game as well, so you better be careful with that if you're not confident enough, or if you don't want to play numbers games. I prefer something like that green line there. I prefer to switch it up and down a little bit, but generally, I grow with the time as well. Well, the time in my case doesn't have to be 7 hours. That's the difference, right? Mystery teaches you the 7-hour rule. I teach you the rule that basically says, when the time feels right, go for it. And yeah, that takes a bit of experience, but it's possible to pull that off after some time. Let me just see if I'm forgetting everything, because I tend to just drift off. And yeah, right. Look at indirect game again. Say you come in with an opinion opener, very popular form of opening, right? It's not like when you do your opinion, you're not going to fire the most sexual moves on her, because that's just not going to fit. You're randomly asking a stranger for an opinion, you're not going to say, yeah, give me your opinion, Unless it's in the, what's that cafe called at Rembrandtplein and Lights? Yeah, it's the Cool Down Cafe. unless you're at the Cool Down Cafe or in the Apres-ski hut in Rotterdam. There, that could maybe work after 2 o'clock at night. Can we get the next slide, please? Right. So, how do I actually turn conversations sexual? How? In my opinion, what I've tried over the last 6 months, I've been trying this. I mean, Smooth Up remembers this weird post by me, like that I want to learn how to escalate faster. That was someone like 7 months ago, something like that, end of last year. And since then I really put my mind to it and I just tried different things, and that's basically what I'm talking about today. Also the risks will come later, because there are some risks associated with this. In my opinion, you can sexually misinterpret something at any time, right? It doesn't even matter, you don't even have to interpret what she says. Sometimes if you just get a question like, where are you from? Or what do you do for a living? You can just answer according to the question that you wanted her to ask you. So how is that? If you just want to say, oh yeah, that's right, I'm single. I mean, yeah, how about that? Oh yeah, that's right, I like to walk on my balcony with my shirt off and get the grannies going next door. I mean, whatever you want to say. It's, you can answer whatever you like, as long as you do it cheeky, If you do it funny, with a smile, if she knows it's not serious, you can get away with that. And, you can basically forge your own path in that way. Because if you do it in the right way, you can get away with everything. If you, of course, be like, yes, I am single. That's not going to fly, right? Because you're like, yeah, sorry, I'm not. I have at least 3 more boyfriends in this bar, so please go away from me, you're creepy. Roleplay, that's absolute gold. Think about any roleplay. I'll come up to one of my favorite roleplays, one that I've been doing quite often lately. I think millions of people have done it before, but I think it's brilliant. But you can come up with lots of different roleplays. You can be married. You can have a family together. Like, yeah, darling, since we're married for 20 years, and one of our children didn't really progress to the next class in high school last year. What are we going to do about that? I mean, that boy was terrible. Remember when he was 4? You create shared experiences together. Even though they're bullshit, they are, trust me, they will be received. If they are funny, and within that funny shared experience, you can build up sexual little things.